Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. So the idea was, I know Anton hasn't died yet, but the idea was to just start half past uh, 9, because otherwise it would just get too late. And also we all know that Anton's just gonna die at some point, right? Yeah, Xander, that sucks. Getting your dick stuck. Guys, I'm gonna wait a little bit until everyone is here, and then I will fucking destroy Devil May Cry 5. Like, I'm not kidding. Everything Anton said about the game, I agree with. But yeah, let's wait until it gets a little bit more crowded here, and then. No, Xander, this is the new Minecraft patch. It's precisely what it is. Bernardo, getting the Andy and Anton double penetration. Good choice. Oh, I think that dragon back there is actually alive. My day is going very well. Thank you, Scream. Oh no, that dragon is not alive. Yes, this is Minecraft Elite Edition. But it's only for the most elite of people. So I can understand why you don't know about it. I'm of course kidding. I love you, Xander. Oh. Is it just me or is it a little bit loud? I think there's something wrong with the volume. I think I might have it on too high. Although no, the music and the voice can be okay. Yeah, dude. Hey, Illidan. Did you, but by any chance, did you watch the game, or because I'm currently in the middle of getting Spoody to a presentable level in League of Legends, and yeah, there are some pretty cool games. Like in the yesterday, I played a little bit with Spoody and Tom played Teemo, and we went like full retard Teemo mode. It was so much fun. But yeah. So yeah, have I ever read Dune? Um, I haven't. Huh. I have not read Dune. I played the very old game for called Dune 2000, I think it's called, because it came out in the year 2000, or maybe not. I don't know. And I really enjoyed it, especially like the whole lore with the spice and the sandworms and the different houses. I always thought it was pretty cool, but never really I never really got sucked into it as much as some other people say you should be. So yeah, but I still think it's a very cool uh, franchise, so to say. So yeah, man, Illidan, that's some commitment. But yeah, dude, we're gonna like once I get Spoody to the king level that I know he's capable of. Dude, Anton will be fucking rasiert. Yeah. Wait, no, I can fight this huge demon guy. So why not? How should I prepare for this upcoming physics semester? Well, there's one thing. Let me just tell you that I didn't do, but that is a very good thing to do. Is to just visit the lectures, because I was not the most active lecture visitor, and in the end, there were quite a few opportunities where it actually really cost me. Yay! I did it! Woohoo! Thick. But yeah, be a good student. Well, I think so. In my experience, it's like this: the super smart, like big brain Albert Einstein kids, they don't need to go to the lecture because they do everything by themselves. It's not that they're super intelligent; they're just so interested in the subject matter that they like to work with it even outside of the university. And while I think that is cool and all, I don't think you have to be this fanatic about the subject you're studying to be good at it. So, as a normal student, you can make up for so much like intelligence. You can compensate for a lack of talent, let's say. Let's not call it intelligence, but talent, uh, by just going to the lectures, and that will the learning will basically happen by itself. It's shocking how much easier an exam is, even if you haven't even if you're not studied it at all. Yeah, which you shouldn't do, but even if you didn't, if you just went to the lecture, you you already have this. Oh yes, I have heard of this topic, and that's already compensating for so much. So yeah, go to the lectures. That is that is my number one advice. Check this oil. Alrighty. By the way, I assume Anton is still alive, right? Hmm. Surprising. What difficulty did he choose? Did he just choose easy mode? No, he didn't. Like, he certainly didn't choose easy mode because then all the combos would flow out by themselves, right? Didn't Devil May Cry have this difficulty thing where combos get more easy in an easier difficulty? I think there was something there. I don't remember. I, I really didn't like the game that much. Automatic, okay. Yeah. To hit triple S. Yeah, good. It's good. At the moment, I'm a little bit, with streaming on that many occasions and also having to, do work. um, can't get that much done, or I'm getting less done want than I want, but still, it's getting somewhere. Don't wanna hype it up too much because it's still just a one or very small hobby project, nothing serious. Hashmalin, I'm doing well. Today was a lot better in the software development department than yesterday. Yesterday was just full on depressing, dude. Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of special. I'm now streaming so often because I don't know, I don't have that much else going on because I'm kind of when I'm done with work at the moment, I'm kind of finally done, and I can't get myself to like focus on programming again. So I'm not working on my game. So I'm just looking for a chill activity on the side, and I think streaming is absolutely perfect for that. All right. So, two more lighthouses. What do you mean sudden stream? Today is like the least sudden stream of them all. It's like completely uh, as scheduled. Oh yeah, there where the leaves are in the swamp is like when the swamp gets deep and you cannot walk fast anymore. I remember. Time for soup. Not yet. Pro game tester here. Nice. Yes, Dilinja. Follow me on Twitter to see the schedule. Although I really should have put the schedule in my Twitter account description and not just tweet it out once. I just realized that was maybe not the most intelligent thing. The dagger weapon art helps you move through. Oh man, that's some high level shit there. But I think I'm just gonna let myself get poisoned, and then I don't need to worry about it anymore. I think that's an even better strategy. Oh yeah, these enemies are really strong. I remember that much. Ooh, architecture. In Germany, the architect job has like went from super prestigious to the absolute worst thing you could be doing in the course of just a few years, because one famous architect completely botched a very expensive what's it called? Very expensive. I'm at a loss for words. The place where you fly, airport. Fuck, Jesus. The airport cost a few billion euros to build, and once they were done building it, they realized that the plans of the architect were just against the law, basically. So the architect created an airport, or planned an airport, without paying attention to the what's the actual term, like to prevent or to have everyone be safe in case there's huge fire. I don't know how you would call that, the fire hazard guidelines or something. Anyway, so the architect, I don't know if he didn't know about it or he just failed, but in any case, the airport then got built with no one actually realizing it, and now the airport is done, costing many billion euros, and it cannot be used because it's a hazard for everyone inside. Yeah, it's the airport of Berlin, by the way, in case you're wondering where it is, which one I'm talking about. It's an international meme by now, even better. Yeah. Now, since architecture or big building projects like a huge airport are public, of course it was a huge disaster, and people were like blaming each other left and right. It was absolutely horrendous. But I think the guy who didn't to like I don't even know his name, but I think he's to blame for most of it. He didn't get blamed at all. Was the architect himself? Instead, it's like one politician after the other gets like burned on this project, but and they get burned for like the most retarded reasons. Like, for example, that they didn't they should have noticed that the plans of the architect were against the fire hazard guidelines. How the fuck is a politician supposed to know anything about that? That's such a dumb argument. But yeah, that's the way it went. But the good news is, I think the airport is now done. I think it's supposedly going to open this or next year. But just as the airport is done and it's ready to open, there's a worldwide pandemic breaking out and no one wants to use airports anymore. Get fucked. Yeah, it's probably you're right. It's probably not just one guy who like designed the airport by himself. It was the entire firm and they probably fucked up collectively. But still, like, you don't see the name of the firm getting thrown around and people like saying they have failed or anything. The pipes of the the pipes for the chemicals weren't made for chemicals. Okay. Nice. Antiquated set. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a reason why this chest here is open. Okay. RIP-Steuergelder, ja. Was soll's? Yes, it's about BER, the Berlin airport. Anton keeps cheating. No, he actually has a point because in Devil May Cry has so many. You have the same fight against Urizen 10,000 times and are forced to die every time. It's just thinking about this game gets me fucking worked up. I loved it so much, and at every point, at every turn, the game made the wrong decision. Every mechanic starts out perfect and then gets ruined. It's Devil May Cry is just 5 is just going to be forever. Like everything was perfect, and then for every aspect you made the wrong smart. It's you just have to flick a switch. Like there's one bit at the end, and you either click it in this direction or click it in this direction, and they chose the wrong direction at every mechanic in the game. It's a I want to love you relationship, but actually there is no love. Every time I want to love the game, it just tells me to go fuck myself. Like this guy, he can go fuck itself as well. Rant on using the phone Joker. Well, yeah, I would have wanted someone to explain this fucking game to me as well. Like, it just pisses me. This game just pisses me off. Why couldn't it have been good? God damn it! I just wanted it to be good so much. Ugh. just as planned. Alright, let's explore the swamp for a little bit more. Yeah, no. Sorry, Super. If I didn't make myself clear. So, in general, I stream after Anton is dead. But if he hasn't died until 9:30, I'm just gonna start. What's my thought on Dark Souls 2? It's a Souls-like. No, it's not a Souls-like. It's a Souls game. It's very good, but it's not the best Dark Souls game. I think in one of the first Dark Souls streams, I talk about Dark Souls 2 and its weaknesses in length. Have I played Iron Danger? No. Iron Danger, I have never even heard of this. Sage's Coal. Oh, Dark Raves. Oh, yes. Oh, come on, game. Everyone coming here to snitch on Anton. Dibolin Shom. So the topic you're talking about is quite interesting. But actually it's a little misleading. Like the reason why many people think that electronics now are made of certain materials is because we don't have any better materials. And the ones we have are rare earth metals, and that's why they're rare and expensive. But rare earth metals aren't actually that rare. Right? There's quite an abundance of them to go around. However, it still is like undeniable that if you had more access to them, then of course you could make electronics. Verfickt nochmal. You could make electronics, maybe optimize them even more by using the very optimal material. If your choice of material wasn't like if your choice of material wasn't influenced by price or availability, and simply just on electronic, like how good it is electronics wise, then yeah, I mean there's a lot of progress to be made. But availability and price is always a factor. There's no possibility to ever ignore it. Like no asteroid will ever give us an infinite supply, because with increasing supply, you will always have increasing demands. So yeah, I don't think that just by simply increasing the supply of rare earth metals, we suddenly will have like an overabundance of hyper efficient and cheap electronics. And also, asteroids are fucking super far away, like, and they're more or less randomly flying around. They're absolutely not reliable source for anything. Tell Anton to stop sucking. No, I won't tell him because I fucking hate Devil May Cry and I understand every bit of his sucking. Devil May Cry 5. So I think the third game is an absolute god tier masterpiece. It's just the fifth game that I have a problem with. Spaceship Trebuchet. Does it even make sense to ask why? To like, so you basically skip the entire rocket propelling to launch them, or what is this about? Yeah, DMC, the remake, that was a little bit too edgy for me. But I thought gameplay-wise, it was good. It was not too complicated, but still offered you the possibilities. Ah, yes. I think it's a cool idea, but for me personally, I always think that the ideas that will most likely be used in the end is the one that requires the least, like, things have to go right. And for this launching, they always seem like so esoteric, and a lot of conditions have to be met, and if even one of them isn't, then you already have like a huge catastrophic failure. So, and that's why I think in general, like, the idea where most things can go bad and it still works is going to be the idea that yeah, comes through in the end. Like, I think in general, as a trend, humanity values consistency the most. As a whole, not individually, but in its entirety. So I can see the fires from here. There's one there, and I think, yeah, let's just check that direction then. Helium-3 power. So helium-3, I mean, helium is one of those elements that doesn't get talked about much, but it's actually extremely rare, and it can't be produced here on Earth efficiently. All the helium we have is like the helium we have. And helium is the basis for... No, not helium, but... I'm not sure what the plan is with using helium-3 to produce electricity or energy. I don't really know the chemistry behind it. Is it fusion, or what are you doing with it? But I know that the moon is a large source of helium-3. But unless the energy creation with helium-3 becomes really efficient, there's no way to warrant an expedition to the fucking moon. Wait, what? Your parents would... My parents used to tell me when I go into the pool and I piss in the pool, the color of the water would change. And you were always afraid that they found out because the water would change color, so you never did it? Clever parents. Helium-3 fusion. Okay, yeah, like, until fusion is anywhere... Like, at the moment, fusion is nowhere near... Oh my god, I'm gonna get cursed. No. Is nowhere near usable. fusion at the moment it consumes so much more energy than it creates. So, yeah. And also another thing, like, I know fusion is a cool concept, but don't expect it to be happening overnight. Like, as all of these fundamental processes or that it would be a very fundamental change in the landscape of our society. They happen gradually. They won't just happen like bam, and now we have fusion, and now infinite energy, and bam, from one day to the next. Will be a gradual process. One that you can all take part in if you decide to become scientists. Just saying. $20 off. Yeah. I think there's one of the bigger ones is the project ITA, I think it's called. That's a German one. And there's another one that's like a joint venture because it's so expensive. It's like a joint venture of 10 different countries, and I heard that the entire project is like so chaotic and patchworky because I mean it's 10 different countries that all have different interests and speak different languages. It's absolute chaos, which makes it extremely inefficient. And ITA is the joint venture, yeah, and an absolute nightmare to actually progress with and work on. Wait, it was just 3 fires? I thought it was 4. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Hashmalim. Hashmalim. Okay. So it's really just the 3 fires, yeah, not 4. Okay. I will have to accept that then. Yeah, I'm not fighting with these guys for now. Oh yes, any new riddles? That's a very good point. I specifically created an overlay for the stream. Yes. Wait. Try to. So because last time I like read the riddle, and then everyone like didn't listen or forgot parts of it, and I had to read them again. So this time I decided to put them like on the screen. But I'm still looking at a way to. Yeah, there's no way for me to change the background color. So you guys will just have to deal with this gigantic panel up on the top of the screen. Yeah, I don't think there's a way for me to change the background color. So, what is a clank? A clank is when 2 glasses like clang. Yes. I don't know. Isn't that what it's called? Bling or clang. Yeah. While you're thinking about the riddle, I'm gonna think about Super's question. Can you explain to me why someone would reason that coal is cleaner than solar? That's completely dumb. Of course, coal isn't cleaner than solar. The people that say that, their arguments probably are like, yeah, but to create a solar power plant, you need to create a lot of very polluting chemistry. But that's like comparing apples to oranges. It's no one is comparing any is comparing the chemistry of creating a coal power plant with anything, right? So I think that's a very bad argument. So yeah, no. If anyone wants to tell you that fossil fuels are in any way cleaner or better for the environment than renewable fuels, they are on the payroll of the oil lobby. Well, not that extreme, but you get what I mean. They probably think 5G causes, you know. Yeah. By the way, I didn't even read you guys the riddle, man. This is no good service. I'm gonna read it for one. So on New Year's Eve, the barkeeper gives every guest and himself, it's a party, a glass of champagne. And then once the clock strikes midnight, everyone clanks his glass with everyone else at the party. Then later, one of the guests recalls that he heard a total of 171 clanks. So how many people were on the party? Wow. Like, Trump's logic is so absurd and so like you wouldn't believe that someone actually thought this way, so it always hits you unprepared. and and I have made it a point for me whenever Trump says something and the German media already always just jumps on the opportunity and says, "Yeah, look how stupid Americans are." I make it a point to tell myself that this is exactly not how Americans think. This cannot be how Americans think. And then I also make it a point to emphasize that there's no such thing as Americans, right? It's a diverse people with many different ideas and yeah. Yeah, but super. I get what you mean. Like it can be super frustrating to have like someone represent you in a way. Like Anton and I talked on this topic on the podcast about this topic. One, if if I don't know any Americans, the first American that I meet will be my representation or will somehow represent Americans, which is absolutely like it shouldn't, yeah. But that's kind of how it is. And the more Americans that I meet, the less each single one of them represents the whole. But then you have like someone like the president, who is like, if anyone can represent Americans, it should be the president. And he's the worst possible example of them all. So yeah, that's a fucking bummer. At least for you. I'm sure for many non-German people, Angela Merkel kind of represents German, right? Represents Germany, which is also kind of funny because she's our president, but as in every democracy, democracy, the president isn't loved by everyone. We're not North Korea. Is there a way back? Does this lead anywhere back there? Maybe. Oof, what's happening there? Oh yeah, the dark wraiths just kill everyone. I remember. Hmm. Riddle solutions. Okay, my wife has just brought to my attention that many of you didn't understand the riddle. Nice. So here's a little tip. I'm gonna do the example for 3 people. How many clinks do we get in a 3 people party? Say we have A, B, and C. A clanks with B. A clanks with C. Now what's left? Only for B and C to clank. So with 3 people, imagine it like a triangle. You have 3 clanks. Okay? Good. Because when A clanks with B, there's no need for B to again clank with A. They already have clunken. Right? So with this tip, with this extra knowledge, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. Try back. Yeah, I don't have a back step. Whoosh! Still didn't help. You can try to brute force it and just go from like the simplest. You have 2 people. How many clanks do you have there? Then to 3 people, 4, 5, and then see how if at any point you reach the 171 clanks. No, super. You will be disqualified. You have to bring pride to your fellow Americans by solving the riddle with pure intelligence. Ouch. Yay! Ah, this now leads back to Farron Swamp. Yes. Good. Oh, and I think there's a drop down somewhere here to drop back down into the swamp. Oh, somewhere. Or something. I mean, there is even, if you're a really big brain, there's a formula, but I prefer not to use the formula because that just makes it like really complicated. Atonement. And a hollow gem. Oi, oi, oi. So going this way again will probably poison me again. Ah, yes, I can just go here. Again, my wife will be the one keeping track of the answers. Anton died. All right, finally. No, no, I wasn't actually celebrating. It's very sad. And how did he die? Was it because he didn't understand the game anymore, or was it like actually difficult and a mistake? Stupidly, he ran out of orbs. Oh, okay, okay. So he even used healing items. Oof. Yeah, out of context. The media's um, most loved uh, pastime. Whew. Yay! Alright. Either until my next death, or no, not either. Until my next death, I will leave this riddle there, and then we're gonna solve it. How long? How long am I going to stream today? Probably. I don't know. Midnight to the late at the latest. Probably a little bit less than midnight. It won't be a huge stream today. Yeah. What's that noise? Oh yeah, the noise is the Abyss Watchers fighting inside the thing, right? They're clanking their swords, just like the people in the party are clanking their glasses. Okay, I think there's nothing more. There's one more Dark Wraith, and then I can try the boss. Wait, what? They killed the Dark Wraith? Oh my. He's very strong. Blackhand Gotthard. Is there another phantom? Yeah. Spoody is like too big brain for this riddle. Alright. So, cutscene time! That's unrealistic. I hear sword clanking, but there's not actually anyone fighting. Yes, the barkeeper clanks as well. Ha, first blood. I win. Oh! Oh yes, there's that. But they can also, I think I remember, they can attack each other. Yes. What was that about again? Why didn't I heal? Oh, I didn't heal because I'm out. Oh my god, no. Ah, idiot. Man, it was actually a good try. Idiot. Alright, so before we go on, as promised, Riddle will now be done. Okay, so let me explain. Let's just do a few examples, and then maybe you can visualize in your head what's going on. So, as Illidan9 wrote in the chat just now, he didn't write the correct answer, but he wrote the correct way to think about it. So, what you do is imagine, like, everyone clanks with every other person, right? So 10 people clank with 9 other people. Now this one person has basically done everything he can. So you can take him out of the question. So now you only have 9 people left. Let's pick one of them. And this one person now clanks with 8 other people. Now he has clanked with everyone. Take him out. Now you have 8 people. Pick one of them, and he clanks with 7, and so on and so forth, until there's no more clanking to be done. So what you do is you have a sum, and you start with n people, and then you add, like, you start with n minus 1, right? 10 people, and so one of them has to clank with 9 others. So if n is 10, you start with n minus 1. That's 9 clanks. And then you add n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4. So 9 clanks plus 8, plus 7, plus 6. And then you go down all the way. And that is the way to calculate it. Now, since it's the n that you want to find out, and since it's a relatively small n with 171, you can try it just by brute forcing it. Just try adding up the numbers, right? And then at some point, if you ever arrive at 171, you know, okay, that's the amount of people that were there. And for 171, the answer is 18. Because 17 plus 16 plus, and so on, and so on, and so on, so on. No, wait. Actually, oh my god, I'm sorry. Sabrina, did I just totally embarrass myself? Is it 8? Like, I think you add up to 18, which makes it 19 people. I'm sorry, Illidan, you actually were right. Yeah. Yes, the answer is 19 people. Because you add up all the numbers up to 18. Right? So, sorry. Okay. And now, to the winners. Yes, my super BKDK American friend, you were actually the first one to get it. No, I think you were. Wait, what's up now? This is all getting out of hand. Sabrina just texted me and said Super BKDK was the first one to get it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Number two, Amir Ali G, also a winner of yesterday's riddles. Very good, very good. You seem to be quite the big brain. Then we have third place goes to Löde Diaper. Funny, good. Then our regular SKR. Yes, well done, well done. And then we have Horse Guy, Illidan, Slightly, Spooder, and Loyboy. Loyboy with Loyboy again with the a caveat, but he guessed. Okay, but you guys are pretty good, I must admit. But since this is gonna be a shorter stream, I'm probably not gonna do any more riddles. Let's just keep it at one for today. I have a few good ones prepared for the next few streams. Is Lord of Science still Lord of Science? Yeah, I mean, whoever is Lord of Science or gets proclaimed Lord of Science can. This title is like forever. It's not like there can be only one, right? It's a title that you have earned yourself at some point, and now you have it. All right. Damn. You seem to be more fit to be president. By the way, Super, what state do you live in? If you're comfortable telling, because I always find like I hear the phrase America is basically just a very loose collection of 50 very different states. I hear that a lot, and I'm inclined to believe that it's actually true. California. Ah. Peter Varlas, what am I planning to play after I play Dark Souls? I'm planning, like, as I alluded to in the beginning, I really wanted to play Doom Eternal. But I'm having so much fun with Dark Souls. I was thinking about maybe Dark Souls 1 again, or 2. Although I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. I'll probably just gonna do another of these small little polls, and then yeah. Wait, Spuda, have you put your summoning sign anywhere? Neo? Nice try. No. Opera drin? Yeah, that's a game. Like, I don't mean it in a like, I don't want to how do you say it? I don't want to sound offensive to anyone, but that's a game I would rather play alone. By the bonfire. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, Spuda. I will check it out. I will check it out. Neo, gameplay wise, I don't see anything wrong with it. But everything besides the gameplay is absolutely lowest tier. There was no way for them to have this historic Japanese setting. Wait, which one are you? Are you communism? To have the historic Japanese setting be like used worse than in Neo. Oh damn! I forgot to change the stream name. Which what's your character called, Spuda? By the way, for future reference. Spood. Okay, it's not. No, it's not there. Like what Neo tried to do is like have historical events in Japanese or Japanese historic events be interlinked with Japanese folklore with demons and stuff. But they did it in the worst fucking way possible. And that's why I really dislike the game. Ah, sorry, Spoody. Doesn't seem like there's much to be done here. It's a little annoying that you can't. Oh, it's on sale. Huh. This time they both survived. God doesn't want it. Yeah. He wants it to play more League. To practice more League. Hi and bye. Zakaev. Imran Zakaev. How expensive is bread in Germany? Honestly, it might make me seem a little bit like narrow-minded, but I have no idea if Germany is considered a expensive or not. Like if prices in Germany are considered expensive or not. I always thought like Germany was on the from the rich European countries, Germany was on the cheaper side, or on the moderate, more moderate side. But I'm actually, I haven't ever tested it, so. Yay! I won! Woohoo! Oh no, that was only the first half of the fight. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah. How do you call the end of the bread? So yeah, my wife has. When I met her, I didn't know this, but there's a term, a German term, for the the crusty end of the bread. There's actually a special, like a term for that, which I didn't think was possible, but that's what it is. Andy, you need to be healing. Come on, take the aggro, you cunt. Yay! Woohoo! Good night, Scream. Woohoo! I did it! Yay! Yippee! I didn't actually platinum Bloodborne, I think. It's a shame, I know. But I'm not much of an achievement person, achievement hunter. Yeah. Zorgren, dude. Bloodborne is my all-time favorite game. Back to Obra Dinn for a moment. I think it would fit your stream pretty well. Taking your time, chilling, deduction. Yeah. Okay. I always wonder, like, even now, playing Dark Souls, I don't play this game right now like I would play it when I would normally, right? Yesterday, when we did the stream during the DLC segment, where I said, I'll be paying more attention to the world and stuff, that's a little bit into the direction that I would normally play the game in. So, not talking much, walking around the same area again and again to like map it out mentally for me. I can't imagine that to be interesting. Like got me there, Zorgren. €3 for bread is way too much. You think? I think that's okay. Because, like, when you buy one loaf of bread for €3, you can. That's enough for a few days, right? It's not like you eat that one loaf of bread in one day. So I think €3 is acceptable. All right, before we continue, let's head back to the shrine. Yeah. Have I seen the penny riddle? No. Penny riddle. Haven't heard of it.
I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates. Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here. This couldn't.
Wait, Stefan Jazovic, it doesn't for you? Like, what is your bread consumption, dude?
Oh, champion of Ash, I was not meant to be a firekeeper. The gods are ever merciful. I am yours now.
So, like, I remember, like, her story depends on if I give her the dark miracle things, and then she will turn into the dark. She will turn to the dark, and her guardian will become hostile. Or if I never give her the dark tomes, then she will always sell me light miracles, and in the end will become a firekeeper. I don't know. Since in this build I'm not doing anything with miracles and stuff, I don't know if it's correct to do dark or light. Norway is the most expensive country in the EU. Yeah, I mean, if you've been tuning into the podcast, you know of my Switzerland story. I know Norway is expensive, but Switzerland is like fucking another dimension. But it's not EU, so. But Switzerland is messed up, man. Dark, I can get his armor. Yeah, why not? Let's.
Oh, champion of Ash, this divine tome is forbidden. These are dark tales of things that lurk deep within men. These stories would not please you. Of course, if you insist, I will read them for you. Only... oh, they frighten me so. The little creatures that nibble at me in the darkness.
Switzerland.
Have a pleasant journey, champion of Ash. I pray for your...
What is prom? You mean the graduation of high school, or what?
Oh, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to explore there, but careful.
Pyromancy.
Do not. What is it?
Heavens. Heavens.
Oh yeah, I need Yol to draw out my true strength.
Oh. Then shall we?
Bear.
Be safe.
How many Franken for a falafel? Fucking 18! God damn it. Saying it out loud triggers me so fucking hard. 18 francs for one falafel. Fuck this.
Just good. Did what needs.
18, guys. God damn it. Like in Germany, you get a falafel for 3 euros.
Just what needs.
Arrgh.
Well. I'd heard one of the crystal sage. You should know. Hardly a surprise, is it?
Where do I find the sharp gem? Mind trickster, thank you. Mwah. Yeah, I think in my high school when we graduated, we also had a prom thing, but it was a lot less like in the Hollywood movies, where everyone's just down to pick people up. It was more just for the parents thing, like presenting how successful your kids are going to be for the parents, and then once that part was over, everyone just went their ways, and we went out to party the whole night, and may or may not have consumed interesting substances. As you do when you're fucking 18.
Farewell, maiden. Welcome home, speak thine. Very well, then take.
Ah,
Farewell,
300
Ashen
more.
maiden. Welcome home. Very well, then taken.
No, we weren't in the same grade. I am 2.5 years older than Anton, which
Farewell,
means he
good
was 2 classes below. But we still like we went to the same school, so we saw each other daily. Sure. I am 28. The ninja. I really don't want to elaborate anymore on this.
Pretty.
But yeah, back on the like pricing of food and stuff. Another country where I was initially prepared for everything to be expensive, but in the end it turned out okay, was GB, right? The United Kingdom. Since I was the thing I was prepared for was just everything costing like the same amount of euros, but in pounds. And since pounds are worth more than euros, everything would be more expensive. But actually, when I went there, a pound was really not that much more than a euro. It was the whole. By the way, it almost it's like almost forgotten at this point, but there was this little thing called Brexit, and it was not the Brexit wasn't kind to the value of the pound. So yeah, it was actually not that expensive to have a vacation in. We went to London, and that city is really it has a very special place in my heart. I really love the city. I don't know how the relationship of British people is to London, but it's probably nothing like Germans to Berlin, right? I'm actually not sure. How do British people think about London if they're not living in London, or even if they are? England is my city. I love that place. It's from all the vacations I had around Europe, I think I enjoyed the ones in the UK the most. London is epic. Epic. Expensive to live there. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Like London is pretty absurd. We lived so far outside our hotel. Our hotel was so far outside the city, but it was a great hotel, and like everyone was so friendly. Oh, I have a by the way. Oh, guys, this is a great opportunity for me to tell one of my great London stories. And the reason why I love this city so much, it like went straight into my heart from the very beginning. So, my wife and I, we bought a very cheap flight to London. And since the cheap flights are cheap because they don't land in London Heathrow, they instead land in London Stansted, which is it has the prefix London, but it's actually fucking 2 hours away. And we kind of, we're like, all right, I guess that's just how it is. We just have to deal with it. And okay, so we then arrived and got into a bus that would take us to, like, we mapped this out in advance to take us to a place where we could then get to our hotel. Now, we didn't fully know how far it was from the place where the shuttle bus would drop us off to the hotel. And then we arrived and we got out of the bus very disoriented, as tourists usually are. And like I somehow got out a map and started looking and trying to find directions, looking pretty fucking helpless, like tourists do. And then this lady approached me. This lady, it was middle-aged lady and her. I think I would say it was her son. Um, and they saw that we were looking like we needed help. So what does she do? Instead of just asking us, "Hey, do you need directions or anything?" No. What she does is she calls a fucking cab and tells us, guys, you look pretty helpless. Just tell me where you need to go. And then we tell her, yeah, this and this hotel. And she asks, oh, yeah, that's a little bit in my direction too. It's a little detour, but it's okay. Just get, like, we can drive there together. Share the cab, so to speak. I was like, oh my, okay. Like, but isn't that, like, aren't cabs super expensive? Oh, no, she didn't say share. She said, like, just it's her treat, right? She's just gonna tell the cab driver to go to the hotel and drop us off there, and then it's okay. And that was like so nice for no reason. There was no need for her to give us that, but she was just so nice. And then we did a little bit of course, yeah, she had a little bit of small talk with how are we liking London so far? But we were just there for a few hours, sitting in a shuttle bus, so not much there. But yeah. Oh, okay. These small little fire things apparently deal damage. By the way, I didn't pay any attention to chat while I told the London story. I'm very sorry. But yeah, that's how London welcomed me, and I will, because of this, I will forever have the city close to my heart. Because the hotel was actually like, if we walked without orientation, it would have been half an hour walk through the night of, I don't remember what part of the town it was, somewhere in the north. I think Wembley, somewhere in Wembley. I missed that I'm now a tall guy. Oh, 7'1". Oh, nice. All right. Have a wonderful night, Super. Thank you for sticking around every time. Oh no, I aggroed the wolves. Ah! Ah! Oh, did I? No! Jump! Now the other frost thing is going to kill me. Ass! I'm really sorry for the sound. Just the sound those trees make, man. Bernardo, that's a great story. So instead of being robbed, you got like softcore porned. Which is like, depends on your orientation, but that might actually be a win. Oh. Spoody. No, Spoody's not going. Yes. I would miss you too much, Spoody. Are you from London, by the way? Or do you live in another city? Don't need to tell me where. Just, are you a London kid or what? Spoody. I don't know, Loy boy. Maybe you look like the perfect robbery target. Oops. Oxfordshire. Help a pleb out here. Is Oxfordshire the place where there's this Oxford University, or is that just a name-stealing coincidence? Yes, indeed. Ah, okay. Which means you must be smart, because being around a university of smart people makes you absolutely genius. Ah, come on. Oh, and another place that I visited in the UK that I also really liked, but I was very, very young back then, was Nottingham. And how, like, Nottingham was the complete contrast to London. How did Nottingham greet me? I flew there, again, rather cheap flight, arrived there, and was immediately put into, like, we had a bomb warning for our plane, so we were basically just all arrested. We haven't even really landed in on the airport yet, and we're already, everyone was fucking arrested, and a potential terrorist. So, yikes, dude, what the fuck? What's happening here? Why is this forest suddenly turning into Call of Duty? I think there's back there. There's Mama Wolf, right? Oh no 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 no! Oh no no! Like, I went to Nottingham because of a very specific reason. It was during the height of my Warhammer playing days, and I really wanted to like go into the place where it all originates from, because the how do you call it, Zentrale, the main place. Ah, fuck. The Zentrale of Games Workshop, the guy who behind the Warhammer franchise, is in Nottingham. No. Fuck. No. Ah, damn. Bye, Skrr. Happy Shahir. Central headquarters. Headquarters. God damn it, man! Fighting wolves and thinking about English is. Yeah. But yeah, I thought Nottingham was pretty cool. Like, like most things in the UK, I felt like maybe that's just my maybe my view is a little bit um, biased because I lived in China for so long. But I'm always happy if I go to a place and the things there just work. In England, or not in England, in the UK, everything just was like working and seemed to be like high quality and sturdy. The houses were made out of sturdy bricks and well built, and everything was just made to be like working. Which is that's not a given. Thank you, Eric. Eric Bergman. No, yeah, I was just gonna say it's not Bergman, it's Bergman. Ah, he's still alive. No. Oh no, I haven't even picked up my souls. Ay, 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 this is bad. And there, the Call of Duty trees are back at it again. Fucking. Yeah, exactly. Like Japan is also one of those countries. I personally haven't been there, but everything in Japan is like working. It's also there are just a few countries like that, like Switzerland also. Like in Switzerland, everything is just ah. Yeah, Japan, yeah. And parts of China too, but not always. So yeah. And by the way, the thing my wife just wrote, the 113 to Marble Arch, that was actually our vacation catchphrase. Because the bus that took us from our hotel to the city center was the bus line 113. And whenever we rode it, we were going into the direction of Marble Arch. So every day we would hear like line 113 to Marble Arch. So cute. Yeah, Dillinger, exactly. Like seeing these American houses that are literally just planks of wood stapled together. Of course, that's hyperbolic. I don't actually mean it, but it's funny. Like many countries, like we here in Germany as well, are pretty proud of our craftsmanship. And then you see like the American houses that have a whole different definition. No, she already fired them. Fuck. Ach, Scheiße. I really need to stop dying here because then I will no longer have to hear these trees scream. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Bloodborne is not an open world game. Absolutely not. Stop following me. Good. Oh no, another barrage. Ah, bad. Okay, now the trees are all dead. Yeah, open world means the world is open, and with Bloodborne the world is absolutely not open. It's clearly you have clearly soft gating and hard gating behind progression. Right? Also, you don't have any like quests, oops, like side quests and stuff, and like, it has none of the hallmarks of an open world, with the only exception that it's one interconnected place without loading zones. Yeah, I, the word settlement for Anton is the word open world for me. There are a few wolves up there, right? They're going to jump down. Yes. Ooh, got a lucky hit behind me. Oh no. Now they're all alerted. Ouch. Oh, come on! Fuck you, game! Ah! Will I buy The Last of Us 2? Um, I don't know. Not decided yet. Try sneak? No, I don't want to sneak. I want to murder everything. Because there's back there was one like mama wolf, big huge wolf thing. And I want to fight her, but yeah, well. Wait, where's my ouch. Where am I? There. Wait, what? What was your question? Ask it again, Sabrina. Yes, here, this Omega. Oh my God, this Omega Wolf. I'm just gonna run past. Okay. Okay, there's a knight there, of course. Yeah, 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 and 1,000 wolves. See, now I can't explore this area in peace. Oh, suck. Ah. Oh, there are again Call of Duty trees. Ugh. Oh my God. Oh, oh. Yeah, of course. This is a scheiß. Okay, I think I've lost them all. What's this rumbling? Oh oh. Oh oh. Oh! Ah! Well, yes, I remember what city that was. I think it was Barcelona. Oh my... What? There's a... Maybe I can hide in the tower. I'm just gonna hide in the tower. Please, don't come in here. Okay. Tower's actually not a good hiding place. Mm-hmm. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, when this game wants you dead, you die. Ugh. So, did I answer the question correctly, Sabrina? Was it Barcelona? Pretty sure it was. Yeah, Barcelona is also a great place. Yeah, how did this fucking wolf get into the tower? But yeah, when the game wants you dead, you just fucking die. The thing that like made me love Barcelona very much is the fact that apparently everyone in this entire city speaks fluent English. It was because my Spanish is not very caliente. I know that made no sense, but and so I was forced to rely on English, and we never run into any problems with English. No, no, no. Oh yes. There was once a point in when we were in Barcelona where we like didn't find a suitable restaurant, and we've looked and looked and looked and didn't find anything, and we got more and more hungry and was actually turning into fucking torture. And then out of nothing, suddenly we found this like omega small bar that called itself the pasta bar, and it was just perfect in a very small alleyway somewhere in the center of Barcelona. Oh, but by the way, did I already do the Devil May Cry 5 roast? You probably heard enough of that from Anton, but I'm just gonna say I agree with him 100% on everything. It was one, for example. I mean, you saw it in his stream, right? The tutorials, they just bam, 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 get hammered into your head. There's no way for you to get it on the first playthrough. But okay, I get it. Like you want to have something to learn. But the first place where this game actually just what the fuck made one of those decisions is for you your the arm when you play Nero, it has like a you can use it for a special attack, or you can consume it for a even specialer special attack, but that destroys the arm. So they're like a limited resource, basically. And to have, like, you want to use them tactically. You want to use the right arm for the right situation. But the game randomly just decides, no, you cannot use the right arm for the right situation. You have to use the arm you currently have equipped. There's no way for you to switch it other than consume it. In what dimension is this the correct choice? I literally, when I started, I literally couldn't fucking believe it. But okay, fine. Then I'll just use the arms like randomly. Already combat system already fucking dumped on. Then next up, big problem number 2. The character switching. The combat in Devil May Cry 5 is incredibly deep. You can do so much. The game is when you watch someone play who's like omega good at Devil May Cry 5, and you watch Anton play, you don't even think that they're playing the same game. Yeah? So I get it, but then the game forces you to switch characters, and you get thrust in a new mission with a character that you have never played before. That has absolutely, his mechanics have absolutely nothing to do with the character you've played before, and you have to learn everything from scratch. Excuse me, but does the developer not understand that this is not how you do it? Ugh. Horrible, absolutely horrible. But okay, then you could say, yeah, you have to play through the game multiple times, but then I would say then do it like this. Make these characters unlockable and then play through the game multiple times with different characters. That would be cool. But you can then learn it like normally. Because then the game becomes in learning a character, then once you have learned it, play something else, and you cannot use what you have just learned with the first character. Absolutely idiotic. Third point. Dante is a little too much. I know the 4 combat styles, or no, it's not too much, but it gets communicated in the entirely wrong way. When you first play Dante and you realize that you have fucking 4 combat styles to choose from, the game presents it in a way that you think it's just your play style. You want to use more guns, then just put Gunslinger on. You want to have this like counter gameplay, you put the Trickster on. You want to use the swords, then not Trickster, go Royal Guard. You want to use swords, then you use Sword master or what it's called. But that's actually not how you play Dante. You're supposed to switch around with these styles all the fucking time. And the game never gives you a hint on what is the correct thing to do. So when you then randomly decide to I like guns, so I'm just going to use gunslinger, the entire combat just becomes dysfunctional. And that for me is bad game design. If you don't tell your player what to do, but there's a way for him to do it that makes your game not function, that is absolutely incorrect. There's no way to defend this. This is just incorrect. But anyway, that's already 3 strikes. The game is already dead. But I'm gonna hit it more. Yeah, I know it's already dead, but let's put the fucking nail right in between its eyes. The thing that broke the game, and that maybe I could deal with the first 3 points, but this 4th point makes the game unplayable for me, is V. His gameplay is literally unbearable. Like, his entire control scheme and using his summoned creatures to do his bidding, nothing about it works. It's absolutely unresponsive mashing in the truest sense of the word, where you just crunch your controller, press every button possible, and that's that. And this is what really broke it for me. The reason why Dark Souls, DMC5, I wanted to love it. I wanted it to be the Devil May Cry 3, the next Devil May Cry 3 that I never got. And then they did this. Because the game looks absolutely crazy good. The game looks incredible. And the game, you get that it's a incredibly high value production. But then they made these gameplay decisions that were just fucking omega yikes. Now I've talked for so long, and then I instantly die. But yeah. I think the parts where you play Nero and Dante, after a while, once you get past these very questionable hurdles that the game puts out, it becomes very, very rewarding and cool. But yeah, then after that, there's whenever V is back on the plan, makes you wanna just fucking uninstall the game. Wait, what? You understood how you play as V? There's no fucking understanding it. You just crunch your controller. How is it good mechanics design if your character, you have no way to control where your summons are moving? You can't make them dodge anything, right? They're just, you can tell them to attack a certain enemy, but you can't tell them to do a dodge roll or anything. But the problem is they have health, so they can die momentarily, of course, but still. So what you then get is you're just letting them do their thing and then momentarily die, and then just you crunch the buttons more, and讨厌死了. Alright, Godric, goodbye. Yes, I know, you can give them commands, attack this guy, or do this special attack on this guy. But you cannot make them, you don't have real control over their positioning on the battlefield. Oh my god. Which is, in the end, it turns out it doesn't matter, because since it's just button mashing anyway. There's like, it doesn't matter if they're momentarily disabled or not. Disabled. Am I disabled? No, don't change the subject, SKR. We're not talking about Bloodborne. We're talking about DMC5. Have I ever thought about playing Warframe? No. I heard it's pretty cool, but honestly, I haven't put much thought into Warframe. I don't know much about the game, honestly. Oh no, now I've aggroed the guy on the top. I think the DLC might be a little bit out of my pay grade for the moment. I think I'm gonna come back here at some point later in the game when the enemies here are actually defeatable. For me, at least. Ah, yes, this is the place that I saw from the bridge. Oh. Okay, no, yeah, I don't know about Warframe. Maybe if it has like a free weekend or something, I'm gonna give it a try. But it's not really a game I'm that interested in. Captain's Ashes, huh? All right. But yeah, man, I really should have done this on the podcast. Come back after Pontiff? Okay. Okay. Wait. Back there is where I get ambushed by the big wolf. Right? But I think I saw a ladder somewhere down there or something. Where I can go down along the cliff. Yeah, anyway. Since I don't want to run past everything all the time, I'm just gonna go back to the shrine and then come back when I... Warframe is free. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Maybe I'll give it a try in the future.
Welcome. Very well then. Hey.
I need to find a sharp gem. Really, I keep upgrading defensive stats and not offensive stats, and
You offed the Lords of Cinder, so that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. For helping them find...
what does the Farron ring do? Reduces skill FP consumption. Since I don't have anything better to wear.
You know I'm a petty thief. Well,
oh yes, you can send him out. And then there are certain situations where if you send him out to pillage, he will actually die unless another NPC saves him. I remember that. So, how do I get a sharp gem? There certainly had to be one already, right? Sharp infusion is not a legendary or not a late game infusion. I should have found one already. Say something angrily in German. Angrily. Wer bist du Punk? Nee. Wer bist du Hund? Ich bin der Typ, der deine Mutter bumst und dann deinen Hals zerschneidet, bis dein Kopf in deinen Rucksack plumpst. That was actually stolen. I hope I don't get like immediately taken down, because that was those were a few bars from a German rapper, which I found absolutely hilarious. Yeah, angrily, not cringe. Okay, yeah, sorry. uh... Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested in German, in like well-crafted German language art, I recommended this a few times during the podcast, but maybe I can do it again. Listen to songs of the band Knorkator. I'm gonna write it in the chat. Knorkator. This is very very good band. They're surprising me. They're surprising even me with their lyrical prowess and how they play with the German language and music. So yeah, very cool, very cool.
Ah, well met, Ashen Warhound.
Halt's Maul!
Gracious, let Iona. Gracious, let this Iona. Ash this way. Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this, it must come from one most. Wouldst thou not? Gracious, let Iona.
Alright, so now she sells more stuff, but still no sharp. Ah, fuck. Schmetterling in Chinese is Hut yeah. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? No. A Power Wolf. Piao Lian.
Ashen one.
Okay, thanks for the tip. But at the moment, I got it all. Man, how do I fucking... I need a sharp gem! Ah! Is it really... Do I really need to go into the Catacombs to find a sharp gem? One of the earliest possible infusions? Or was there something here that I missed? Lothric. Somewhere in the settlement? I think I got to every point in the settlement. No, Eric, I have not visited Sweden yet. But I'd love to once everything's back to... Or once traveling is allowed again. DLC has a sharp gem? It will... That's no good, Spoody. The crow dudes? Oh, you mean I have to farm them? Ah. Yikes. A sharp gem. Oh my god, R. You have destroyed the entire country's mentality in one sentence. Do I have morbid curiosity about something? Well, like, this is a kind of a touchy subject. oftentimes people's morbid curiosity is a little bit, I don't know, it borders on voyeurism and just, nah, I'm not a big fan. But I try to keep it as neutral. Like, I try to be a scientific observer, and so I'm never like morbidly curious, but there's also very few things that I'm not curious at all about, right? So I'm just that's that's a good way to describe it. I have a scientific curiosity about pretty much everything. No, Sabrina, this now is not the time for the Robbenzungenbrecher. Wait, how did it go? Auf den 7 Robbenklippen sitzen 7 Robbensippen, die sich in die Rippen stippen, bis sie von den Klippen kippen. Oder sowas. So I really do need to go into the catacombs for a sharp gem. God damn it. Oh yeah, I remember. This level has respawning skeletons. Okay, yeah, sure. But I think these guys don't respawn. Oh no, they I don't think they respawn. They just you have to kill them twice, I think. Not infinitely many times. Or some of them at least. This level is like the depths of Dark Souls 1. The only place where I don't like the game as much. Yeah, Chalice Dungeon flashbacks. I mean, from the architecture, yeah, it looks a little bit like the Chalice Dungeons. Oh, this is a trap. This is a trap. Let's step on it. Yeah, in Dark Souls 1, the skeletons in the catacombs were infinitely respawning until you killed like a very special summoner enemy. But yeah, that was that. Wow. Extreme. Mm, yeah, well, I don't actually need to travel for cheap. No. I'm like I don't want to travel for the traveling's sake. I don't want to go somewhere just to be able to like tell anyone that I've been there. If I go to a place, I really just want to just go there, right? You know, like go there for a reason, let's say. So these guys drop sharp gems. Oh, not for me apparently. No, it's not. It's not Andy Rich Boy. It's just Andy. Yes, a sharp gem. Woohoo! Andy goes chooses his vacations wisely, boy. This chooses his vacations wisely just rolls off the tongue. That's my new title. Yeah, SKR, I kind of got it. It's you're making a good point. No. No, I think the whip is basically playing the game on hard mode. It's one of those weapons that is, I don't know. Maybe there's a point for there's a place for it in PvP, but in like normal Dark Souls gameplay PvE, it's pretty fucking atrocious. Doesn't get robbed when traveling. Yeah. Hmm. I mainly use the whip for the whipping. Okay. Someone's having a party. Yep, Spoody, that's a good point you're making. The next bonfire will also be the end of this installment. It's already almost midnight, and we many of us has to work tomorrow. So yeah, the stream won't be going on for that much longer. Ouch. Okay. Oh. Oh, it causes bleeding. That indeed can be problematic. Oh. Ficker. Jetzt hab ich dich. Yeah. think there's one bonfire right down there. When I dodge I need to dodge the rolling boulder trap, I think. And then there's a bonfire there. Uh-oh. Do these guys respawn? No. Okay. Oh, Henri, my friend. He's lost Horace.
Oh, hello. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap, and I've not been able to... Yes, Horace is a valiant knight. He's probably searching for me right now. If you happen upon that, and I will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way.
The storyline of Henri is actually pretty cool. There are many different branching paths for you to do. Like you can have him, like you can marry him, but not the traditional marriage, more like the plunging a knife through his face marriage kind of marriage. And then it's part of the dark ending, but you can always also just always protect him from the assassins that try to murder him. So yay! Skeletons get crunched. Ah! Well, what kind of physics is this? It just rolled up the hill. Mother chod. Ah! Oh yes. Those were these urns that are cursed. Yeah. Scheiße. Doesn't the meatball here turn around at some point? Like can't it go around to go along this path? Or maybe not. What was my favorite Hollow Knight biome? Oh no, he's throwing them. My favorite Hollow Knight biome? I think it was the Abyss. It was also my favorite zone in Dark Souls 1. Because I've never seen something like it before. This complete and utter darkness. And I think the Abyss kind of... The Abyss in Hollow Knight really captured this feeling as well. Of being so far away from everything that exists. But there isn't much gameplay in the zone, so I could, like, I get why some might not find that interesting. Yeah, that's a good strategy, SKR. It's the in German we call it Zermürben. If at first you don't succeed, you try again and 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 again until I accidentally admit that Bloodborne is an open world game. Oh yo. My wife is letting me know that it's time to quit. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna Homeward Bone. Back to the first bonfire. Or, no, why not? Why not? Just to shrine, because I have the sharp gem. So I can upgrade next time, and yeah. Okay, folks. That about does it for today. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I'm so happy every time I see the regulars like in the stream. It's really quite special to have like to turn on the stream and then have familiar names pop up. Ah, that's just great. So, glad you stuck around, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And there will be the next stream at the latest on Sunday. But probably another one up until then. So, good night. Bye-bye.